last day of spring, it feels like the last day of winter. Much cooler, very windy. It's really played havoc with the heart rate, especially on the outward journey, running into that wind. A little bit more controllable coming back with it. So I've just finished an 8-kilometre run, running to the MAF heart rate. I'm now going to go and do some hills. I'm just going to walk the hills. We've got 1, 2, 3, we've got 5 streets here, but I'm going to walk up and down. And between each street, I'm just going to do some strides. And it's just getting back to what I said in the last video, guys, out there on the trails, that just get used to walking these hills, because Tarawera is all about having some fun and not going to the bottom of the well. Now, I had a question from Russell to a recent video asking me how I calculate my MAF. I'm going to go through that. I know I did put it up briefly for that MAF test, but I'll just explain here how I come to 130 beats per minute, my maximum aerobic function heart rate magic number, call it what you like. The base formula for working out your MAF is 180. Now that's a number that Dr. Phil Mafferton, the man behind the Mafferton method, he did a lot of research in the 70s and 80s and came up with that 180 was the most appropriate, I guess you could say, base figure to work out the maximum aerobic function heart rate number for exercise in that aerobic zone. For me, I am 56, so that's 180 minus 56 gives me a total of 124 beats per minute. Now, as part of the MAF, there's a couple other formulas to take into account. You subtract another 10 beats per minute if you have had a major illness or obviously a major injury and you're coming back to exercise, so you've got to add that 10, so that drops it beats per minute down even more. You also have to take 5 beats per minute off if you are coming back from a more minor injury or a minor illness like the flu, so that's -5. And then you also get back 5 beats per minute if you have been consistently exercising for 2 years, and that's the category that I fit in. Okay, I've just hit the end of this street, guys, so going to do another stride. This is only a short one. It was very short. So 124 beats per minute for my MAF, taking my age from 180. So what that means is that my MAF heart rate number is 180 minus 56 plus 5 equals 129. Now, I'm not a real stickler for the MAF, so I just round it up to 130, and that's the number that I am trying to stick to as part of this preparation for Tarawera. I've just mentioned how heart rate was a little bit of a challenge in the wind. Wind and heat really affect my heart rate. There's going to be different circumstances and scenarios that are going to affect your heart rate. But what I have found over the number of years that I've been dabbling in and out of the MAF is that it is perfect for getting you to run slow, getting you to keep those easy days easy, and fantastic for building an aerobic base. And I've got to the stage now that I've got a pretty strong aerobic base. Yes, I am puffing, guys, because there's a decent little hill. But my aerobic base could be better. And if you had a look at that MAF test video that I did, I said just that. It has dropped away a little bit since the Melbourne Marathon. So that's why I've gone back to the MAF for this training block for the 102k trail race at Tarawera, to build up that aerobic base again. Whew. And I need some more hill work. So Russell, I hope that answers your question about how I go about calculating my maximum aerobic function heart rate number. And that brings me to another point, guys. I did mention some time ago about doing a Q&A or a live stream here on the channel. Well, I'm going to do a Q&A video before the end of the year, so make sure you get your questions in the comments below, or hit me up on Instagram, and I'll do that Q&A video in the next few weeks. So if you want to ask me a curly question or two, I'm quite open to that. Get your questions in and look out for that Q&A video before the end of the year. Can't believe we've only got another month and we're into 2023. Wow, so that means there's only, oh, what's that, 10 or 11 weeks to Tarawera. I don't think I'm going to be very well prepared the way things are looking at the moment, but just keep plodding forward, keep trying to get the miles in. All right, coming up to another stride. There you go, guys, that's it for this video. Just going to head back to the car now, a bit of a slow jog. Thanks very much for sticking around and watching this video. Hope you're all doing well. Until next time, take care, happy running, and I'll see you in the next video.